We are your home for good music.
Let's go. Yes, 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 yes. It's Monday. Wherever you are, good evening to you. Yes. If you are in the US, in Ghana, Nigeria, Colombia, South Africa, wherever you are in the world, good evening to you. Thanks so much for doing the listening and doing the watching wherever you are. We are most grateful for another day right here on Afro 614. My name is MC Kiki, and I'm here with some fire for you today. We say thank you to the Most High God for giving us another day to come your way with something magical. We are about to experience something new on radio, and this is Afro 614. If you're on, please share to your friends, your families, everyone you can think of. There are a lot of things we will talk about tonight or this evening, depending on where you are. If you're in Ghana, I know it's around 10 o'clock. Yes. In London. Yes. If you are listening to me live from Afghanistan, yes, we say hi to you wherever you are. I mean, if you check or different countries are easy. Or call Facebook now, go check chat no na where countries are about for would say or hi easy. So we are back with another exclusive right here on Afro 614. If you're on Facebook right now, please share for us. If you are listening to us on TuneIn Radio and you are in your car or relaxing in your house, or if you are at work, we say good evening and thank you so much for always supporting Afro 614. We are the people's hearts. And this is the best late afternoon show you can find in the world. I have with me here Cyrus, Joe Boy, and we are about to do justice to all the stories going around the world, mostly in the entertainment world. We also have some sporting news for you. The Blasters of Ghana are in the news for the wrong reasons. It seems now every time it's for the wrong reasons, but we'll still talk about it. Yesterday, they lost to Cape Verde by 2-1. And Ghana for Kasasa. For the past 8 games, Ghana bought our African Cup. They've only won. They've won only 1 game for the past 8 games. African Cup first stage no bought 3 games. And for the three times we've gone now so far, every time you lose near free first round nearby. Last time I call the African Cup of Nations. You free move the first round now. This year, so you heard the ever call the ABC, not just say you're the BBR to also Ewaha. Memoir Quaba said every can Median MC Kiki Cyrus, any Joe Boy and Ebedi Jumadi. You want Sempia Yebeka, Shatta Wale to Bombo, or see the Blasters of Ghana. You change it, Dino, not you find the black soil of Ghana because soil the OJBB was so if but this blaster there, just say, who had the share. What do you think about that? Yes, welcome on board to the number 1 drive time show in the US, in the world, on Afro 614. Hey, Cyrus, how are you? Ade I wanna achiche wana.
Yeah, girl.
I wanna na ya osano.
I am saying. I say
utimi nkasa bi sa na say.
Charlie. Akomimu.
Akomimu. We dey uhia bibi o.
Bibi say.
Uhia bibi, you need something.
Me suya.
Suya.
Me mekopa.
Suya mom.
Ai.
Enga me ma ba o.
Edai.
Kami ma abaya fefe bi. Award dey gade.
Me pese me ho bia ba adwen.
Pese be ha obi aba. I don't ha adwene.
Oh, my sword in kakra.
Wa so den.
Anti. Awudi yankoso.
Ade dey go see yakoso. Ana Jobo yankoso ade yakosi. Jobo.
I'm Sikiki.
Bibi aboko.
I'm Yadomoko.
Also I wanted do.
What do you be with mobile day?
Munye mema crowd. Mo abu ntwetwa bi.
Until what you be.
Oh, David, me clear. Say because once be jay ya che.
When I walk in, so see in trouble.
Be jay ya che.
That means see a trouble every
year. Confirm no in anwe draw so they say confirm
funny
sir. Right, live on Afro 614. We are here to give you nothing but the best of news, education, and more right here on Afro 614. Now, Joe, Blaster, no, still I hear you.
I may say, who share born answer now be do banku dia boss.
Blackstar Moyendo. So last me catch me I stopped being a fervent and passionate follower of the Black Stars.
After I stopped it for some reason for a while.
I mean, Brazil no middle full. So me, I'm a very passive follower of the Black Stars now.
Okay,
I don't even know the name of more than 3 footballers on the team.
Here.
It's like that, and I'm not the only one. You understand? Yesterday, I
did you watch the match?
I listened to it. Some people in my house were watching it, but I didn't go out to watch it.
Okay.
I listened to it on a certain website, but partially. Not information because I was watching a movie. I was actually multitasking, but I was just there. You know, but whilst the match was going on, so I was speaking to some of my friends back home in Ghana. I was like, when they equalized, nobody even made a sound. Oh, you remember those days? Yeah, Ghana Black Stars shake ball. Na say uti. Who adabrakano bi wo agbogbosi. Could bet say they didn't know. Yeah, we didn't hear that kind of enthusiasm, maybe that fury.
Maybe now the team now. You know more bonus. Equalize here.
Team ya team. Na I'm sharing 2-1.
I say team ya share 2-1. Ngwasi o.
Ngwasi.
And they ranking it back from power.
The last on the table at the moment.
Yes.
The last on the table at the moment.
Yes,
so the draw would have been okay. I'm not a football pundit, so I'm not going to sit here and do the calculations and all the rigmarole about football stuff. The basic thing is that our Black Stars have been disappointing for quite a number of years now, and we seem not to know exactly what the problem is. Is it the management? Right. Is it the team? Is it what is it? Is it the GFA or whatever it is? So in the run up to this, or the conversation right now might be focused a bit on what Shatta Wale is saying about the fact that rename his stars into black soil, and this is his reason. Story. Okay, so in a video posted on social media, the multiple award-winning artist called out the Ghana Football Association officials, suggesting that the team be renamed Black Soil due to their perceived inability to produce noteworthy results. Now, Shatta Wale argued in his video that, I quote, "How can a star be black? Name the team Black Soil so they can at least produce something because black soils are the best." Black soils are the best. The criticism, of course, comes in the wake of the 2-1 defeat to Cape Verde, drawing yesterday's AFCON, the opening game with Cape Verde in Cote d'Ivoire yesterday. He might be using what do you call it, satire in his criticism of the performance of the Black Stars. Okay. But you and I know there's something fundamentally wrong with the team. Since the last time we won 42 years ago, they sure what the problem is. Yes, why Egypt akojaba, Cote d'Ivoire who still quite GB, Senegal akoji. I mean, what is wrong? What is actually preventing our team from shining out?
In a space of 7 years, when the Black Stars started winning cups, the space of 7 years, you 4.
Yes.
What you say?
Yes, and then
now after that, in the space of 16 years, we've gone to the African Cup every year, and we've not won nothing. So what is wrong?
I don't know. I really can't tell. The people who are football savvy and the analyst and
You know what? We have the video for
what Shatta Wale
Shatta Wale said.
Okay.
And producer is ready with it. So let's listen.
This one we say they for change the name Ghana Blaster. They for do a black cell. Cause at least we go grow something for top. Star we know they even see. We say always be black star. Star to be black. When?
So this is what Shatta Wale is saying. Also, star no be black, and he feels we will even have something better if we change the name to soil, because soil there, if you grow something on it,
I know this how good
but I think a lot of Ghanaians are frustrated about how.
Let me read something that I picked up from somebody on social media. It says that for years, Ghanaians, football lovers, and black stars have been saying there's something wrong with the team, management, players, administration. Yet folks can't figure out exactly what's wrong and solve it. 30 years later, the team is still searching for AFCON. In that period, Egypt has lifted the cup. How many times? I don't know. I can't tell though. Zambia has lifted the cup. Ivory Coast has even lifted the cup. When is Ghana going to lift the cup? Would it be this time round? Some are also saying that we shouldn't go too hard on them because that's the first match, and then our fortunes might change. And I can't force you. Agrobeswa if we are napa. Agrobeswa if we are napa. There are several proverbs and sayings that depict this kind of thing, that from the beginning you do well, so people know that there's some hope in the other two matches that are left for the group stages. But if you keep up putting up such performances, then and some people honestly, there are people who are very, very passionate, even though to say hands and be fire. There's the opposites. You see, being the or trying my black stars, when to mean the black stars.
When I see other players playing, Joe, when I see other players playing this African Cup, I see they are almost bored with their hearts.
Are you saying that these players are not playing with their hearts?
Sometimes I feel that they are not giving all they have to give for the Blasters, because sometimes you may blame the coaches for what is going on, but some of the cases, so like yesterday, the second goal. What coach would tell that Gideon guy to go closer to the guy so that if the guy is even getting the ball, he wouldn't get a chance to shoot? This one is no coach who is going to tell you that. It's you as a player.
You watched it?
I watched the full match.
Oh, unfortunate. Me, I didn't.
I think the commitment level of our Blasters, Joe, you watched this match. I think the commitment level is not there.
I don't think it's commitment. Commitment
yeah, when prognosis.
It's just I felt watching the match, I felt
John Pacho, your camera no.
Almost I felt almost watching the game no.
Yeah.
I felt I say that about the 70 doors.
I said the commitment in here.
Commitment that the beats are their commitment.
Okay.
They are committed to what they are doing. They love what they have passion. These guys don't have the passion. I feel they lack motivation.
What kind of motivation again?
I don't know.
Joe, do you know how much they are getting for just being appearing?
Do you know now?
And
that thing is even shrouded in controversy as we speak. We don't even know.
I know. Until America say, ABA to them, it's not enough.
It's not enough, really.
Daddy
they discussed all these things before.
So Joe, why are you disagreeing with me? He said they are not showing commitment.
He has his nose, he has yours. So why can't he disagree with you?
No, because what he's saying is the same thing I'm saying. They don't have commitment to play the game. It's like
I know. No commitment. No, the oncophobia. You can tell. Say they have
somebody like Jiku. The defender not say go no, or no. You could see say yes. There are some few players,
and I don't see I see them say there's no team. Yes,
team playing in the hall.
That's what
teamwork in the hall. There's no teamwork.
There's no teamwork in the Obi movie krana.
Because I'm selfishness there inside.
No,
that's the thing.
Yes, Obi kitaboa. Obi agina baby baako twen say fa breme
no gestures, nothing. I see.
As obi amomo ya offensive no na afa mo say defend mo amo ho
I see
because you don't push the ball forward. You push the ball backwards. They be a keeper. Ghana keeper no.
Yes, so
or touch it. Or him. Make us say touch it. Say.
Now first goal.
Oh, that's the first goal.
First goal. Oh, your keeper. You know, say, push ball, say ball bounce. If you're pouncing it, bounce power. Never quite and I say, call baby, player be under. It's basic. Me cry, I mean, your coach course, and I know that.
How did he do it?
Oposhima, the player, no. Go for the player, no. Now, I can't say.
They lack that teamwork, no.
Yeah.
Who say everywhere there's no teamwork, no. You lack a lot of stuff.
It's not only in football, yes.
Juma Mukra, not like it teamwork.
SMP with the Blasters.
SMP. You can see a Black Star.
Yes. Yeah.
Black Star.
Kiki, leave Cyrus alone, and let me produce B. And let the producer be why. Okay. Hi Cyrus, coming from Helena. First one here from Ama Apotoyoa, Amankwa. Second one, hi Cyrus from Helena Bentel. You couldn't frame in there. You know, may catch it all. There be our Kusi, so say Kiki, I need Joe Boy's number. Okay, Joe. Kusi see Ohiawo number, then.
My Facebook no, on say.
Okay. I lock
Facebook I lock into
okay, yeah, bro. You better send ya, bro.
Mama Kiki I send ya, bro. Man, who say before baby text me on Facebook, Mr. Wale. Kiki, I mean take your opportunity one.
Okay.
My Facebook na block.
But you have found so kakrawai. Oh, me ni so. You so for me.
I mean, never if you send me was so, but. My Facebook na block it kakra. Me say me nya messages be 10 bi am intimi respond.
Okay.
Me sre mo I saw my number text me on my number.
Okay.
Uni my number me ma Kiki ye show na Kiki text what that mean say I mean I may text you for some reason.
Okay.
Me Facebook a blocking ti. Me sre wa sorry. Kiki yanko.
Yes. So we are on Afro 614. Please share. We are on till 7 o'clock. Helena says, please, Joe and Kiki, allow Cyrus to talk more. Why? Their voice is voicing. Okay. I said it that the Blasters, I said it that if the Blasters win, change my name to Apoto. Apoto, you are to Aputo. It's Blaster now person winning. Just say I said that if the Blaster wins, change my name from Apoto you are to Aputo. Yes, that's coming from Amankwa Foku Apoto you are. I say the Blasters will live on the deserts with no water. That's coming.
We'll leave you
on the desert with no water. Just see desert so no without not just I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. The Blasters will leave you on the desert without water. Blaster. That's what's gonna happen to you. Nanefia is watching. Fula is also watching. Talented B is watching. If you're watching right now, this is Afro 614. Keep on sharing. There are more news for us to talk about. I'm not going to sign the Biabeshim.
Before because there's something small I want to raise about the Black Stars. And some pen has them. There's any people who are the other be and you'll fight and you'll fight.
Also the line, no.
May call back to Black Stars as something very small.
I need a free because Black Stars. My name's a Thursday commit to marry against each other.
They should even pack and come.
Oh, sir.
Say Black Star, they are being catered by Puma.
Yes.
Have you also noticed that the replica jerseys that are going around, most of them are Adidas branded?
Oh, really?
We can't even control some of these things around the stars.
I mean, that might not be official.
It's not official, but we can control it. I mean, so the systems back home sometimes allow people to do all sort of nonsense stuff, and it affects us anyway. I'm just saying that original Puma replica jerseys should be the ones that could have been should have been out there dominating people representing the Black Star colors. Right. But that's not what we are seeing. It might be very trivial to you, but to me as a branding person, I thought that we could have handled it very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well said by Cyrus. Joe boy, me wa video bia abna koko. Mema Cyrus I can story no, but yen hwe the video. One kind story no. Okay, Cyrus ma story nemra na yen hwe abna koko dey na okika.
My crimes are here from my phone, so.
Oh, sir.
You know, I'll find it. But basically, what she's trying to say that she has a very interesting her VJJ, is that what they call it? Has a very interesting characteristic that it makes it very difficult for certain individuals who would want to have any intercourse with her to get their way through in terms of penetration, because she's well kept. That's what she means to say. Then you want us to discuss this one. Okay, Marty, is your video ready?
The video will be ready.
And then maybe
where's the story?
The story is there. Let me pick it out. My phone, Charlie, this phone matter. If I don't solve it very soon, maybe I said that grow.
Helena Mutiu.
Said it.
Now, yes, my phone.
Oh, yeah, Abutre. I think I've seen
the last one now.
Yeah, yeah. Who says she's not any Ghanaian media personality? Because a few weeks ago, TV3 no about media Ghanaian media personality. Okay, so you let me go. I said I'm not going to
so you don't get away there. Which has fun whole crowd.
Yes, you're bipolar. I'm fine. It's a mental disorder. That's okay, but you don't.
And
the people that give her the platform to say all those.
Let's pray for her.
Oh, everybody prays for everybody. Of course, she needs prayers.
Would you help me? Like
the what?
Do a fasting for her.
Me. I'm reading my story. This today are making me do. I feel very uncomfortable. I'll do it. Abena Koko has stated that he has started another pronoun. Makaka say he instead of she. She has stated that started the new year on another controversial path with a video cited in which he cited. Now she has says that she has a very tight tonga, which men even struggle to penetrate during bedmatics. This will come as a surprise to many social media folks, since multiple leaks of the bipolar patient is on the internet that shows her whole body and she in different sexual positions and acts and doing all sort of stuff. So this is what this is a story you give me, and I'm not going to add or take anything out of it. So what's the point of discussion for this one?
Producer, Pacho, are you ready?
Yeah.
Pacho, yenti on one from
big ass. The pussy is very tight. Me, every time it's like, when we start, you have to struggle before you put it inside. My pussy is always tight. I'm yet to meet a guy that is okay. I've met the guys that are bad in bed. Some people are so bad in bed. Even before they remove they see the thing now, they have come. Oh, somebody that said that I want to travel around the world a lot. So I've traveled. I'm in Dubai for like 6 months, and my husband is here. Obviously, he has to enjoy himself. So my mindset is different. So some questions maybe don't ask me, because my mindset is different. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Just protect yourself. Do it with a decent lady. Don't be rubbing it in my face. Yeah. I don't want to know her. You also wouldn't know who I'm doing. And life goes on. It's true. Like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I have a new boyfriend. Pakistani men, Italian men, Nigerian.
Things are serious, though. Get with Kasano. Like I believe Cyrus is saying, on here, very, very, on here, attention, sir. I see, just say, yeah, baby, because the things that she says, one day she's saying this, the other day she's saying that, and every day I say, or per se, attention, ban so in a way.
She gets the attention because there are bloggers and other content creators who find interest in what she says. Okay, they are not on the regulated media space, so they can do anything they want to do.
Yeah,
that's why she's always there. If it were traditional radio, have you seen any serious traditional radio interview her? Apart from was it the Angel or Kindle?
I mean, TV3. It's not all TV3.
No. She was there as a guest, not really like paid. I don't know the details, but the thing is that she was on the panel of a certain program that ran for a couple of weeks, and that was the end. Okay. After that, she was not re-engaged. That doesn't make her a media personality. She's not trained in any media work to be called a media personality. With that few weeks on radio, but that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is that
say what you want to say.
In our faces because of social media.
Okay,
and certain irresponsible bloggers and content creators who see her as a folder, because anything about her people would like to go and watch, and the number of clicks. She's like a clickbait now.
Okay.
She's like a clickbait now for many
People click
bloggers.
on her video.
And then
Yes.
the bloggers get the satisfaction of getting to know that 1,100 people watched the interview. They use that to monetize their platforms and all that. So she's being used somehow. She's using the bloggers somehow. So for us, those of us that are on the regular frequency, or should I say traditional media, we find it very difficult to engage her on a very professional level, because you might never know what she's going to say and
don't you think
defamation suit.
Don't you also think, sir, it's where we are coming from? We think people cannot speak about those kind of things.
It's not about where we're coming from.
She can also express herself.
Nobody's telling her not to express herself. Nobody is saying not to express herself. But please, how many women in Ghana can go and sit on radio and talk like the way she does? And expose herself.
If that's what is happening to her life, her sexual life, can she talk about it?
But can we not waste too much time talking about her? I mean, that's me. If you want to talk to Jobo about her, you can go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, sir, don't you think?
Tuesday born so can
no so ever home
Tuesday born.
Today.
Tuesday born.
Joe,
we are very decent people.
Is she trying to get attention for herself every time?
She's been doing this.
Or we are not opening our mind enough? Joe, tell me question to you. Are we not opening our mind enough to understand what she's coming out? Like, she's so free, saying everything about herself, trying to, express herself in her own way. Is it not what she's doing?
Oh, Yari.
Bipolar is a mental condition.
Yeah.
All right. So she has admitted. It's a known fact that she is. Look at what she did when she was trying to do
the only way for her to overcome those in your man is obey exposing and obey cancer. It's part of therapy.
Okay.
Because at times I know some therapists will tell you to voice it out.
Okay. You can
rather than say a show more I had to. But majority of them, they won't tell you to publicly go out there and say it. When she therapist, papa, Obeka Cho say, "Kokama omo ye osa na oni omo go through no." That's the only way to heal yourself.
Okay,
it's part of the healing process. But on teki onono edieno owia on kano nyansa kwan so. O kano e kwan a say ye nyina ebema bloggers adwena baso say okotro book a ekoye de you saw how addressing it there.
Why?
Yvonne Nelson addressing it,
bringing in writing a book on that,
and indirectly how she said it, the wording and everything was professional.
Okay,
but people attention went into it, which she could have gone say now baby my sin now hear me say now so but she didn't go there. She professionally said something obia attention but you shouldn't have said that, at least even if you're going through that but they didn't know that she was on therapy for
months.
But you see, this lady is smart. She's intelligent.
Which lady?
We are being
Abna Koko.
She hasn't flunked any of her papers since she started from whatever to him up to UCC to Legon to wherever she's been. Okay, so even look at the way she carries herself in terms of her language manners. She on so sometimes I been feel say about the medicine or the because the other day too there was this clip about her talking about comparing Grasifo to Asamoah and this other one, Randy Abbey, or see Randy Abbey, the near be Asamoah Grasini, despite this kind of because there's also a controversy regarding her and these other two individuals as well. That one, the microphone a dozen. The list is plenty. I'm not interested in knowing who she slept with or who she didn't sleep with. It's about those of us who sit on radio or sit on other platforms and use words that attract her, make her come and say things against people and all that. Okay. What is the essence of knowing whether she has a tight or loose vagina? What is it? I mean, are you a sex therapist?
There are news out there now saying the videos better about people saw normal other things. So she's trying to say, Masa, how you see it is not how it tastes. And said you who know. Ma who say nana kuya techu as kiki opa na pacho debi pacho media one say me say no man mani nje ho. Say nyamesem any radio and Kwana say by dedicating my life.
The funny part about her, so they say after all the saying, do you know say a man money be breed as so chasing ni penny.
Why not? Yes,
Obi
bibi ne do post no.
Joe, obusu ani bi ka so ko ware na dey na be ka
I mean,
it's up to you.
Your choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I nyina do it. I don't have to tell you what to do.
Okay.
Obi I nyini baby I mind.
Would you accept the person? Like
why should I
Obi accept it no?
I didn't me accept it.
no, aboni pada.
You know say somebody will say said we give mama busu ani ware no.
Nobody
Nobody will say that.
People will say that.
Joe.
Say it, but it's not. You can't do anything about it.
Nipa ni si opese ope.
On that dinner home, I know about dinner Sunny dem. I know about now. What can you do? On that quarter ni gym ni jamu. Awari and you na oko wari.
Cyrus, from your own experience.
What experience?
Wow, own experience. last time you told us say Obo Wasokra, you had an issue with family and other things. So what I'm saying, if a guy is going in for this kind of girl, I'll be a
Kiki. And to me, our marriage is different.
Marriage is a totally different enterprise.
Yes.
Hey.
Totally
okay.
And now na ne betina. It wa wo tinchen say chinchina ma men ware sa girl. And now na ne
no about that one thing obi akeka na ho nsem.
Forget about it.
Hey.
Now him dey esi e kroma dey na oyen TB da so ebi mo ware ye. Tango for kana omo ware me nyina ekojo omo kra ware omo. What are you talking about? This is not news.
That's how we just say ware nsem wo ho.
Forget it. Nipa ne choice.
Okay.
Cyrus' choice and he says how many be unpe in his life into on person or become which is normal.
Okay.
You be so or say a man I must see omonia ace no mona me pel.
Hey. It be more hosa.
Yeah. Obi all pel 8 na moon wedi. Last time you were here and I said it. I think I know this guy.
Okay.
Ohumamabo. But finally, I heard you say
that word. No, Ordeneko. Send you almost do hard. The feelings of Bafam.
Okay, can we go on to the next?
Let's move on.
This is Afro 614. We are just making it easy. What could you ba? No more be how we are just cooling the tempers, trying to calm down some tensions and also about for be brave for no PMO tie keka sem ni say awafa mu aba no kakra na ye de o ha chaso me pacho Cyrus the story na wo ho
I think we should go on to this one too. It's about another lady and the husband, Nanama McBrown.
Okay.
It's a personal thing, but she's a public figure.
Yeah.
So it's out there. We'll discuss it as professionally
right.
as we can. So let me click on the beat. Let me see what the story says and then read a bit of it to our listeners to understand exactly. Okay, so iBlogger West African Celebs has reported that Maxwell Mensah has furiously fled his matrimonial home after Nanama McBrown allegedly slapped him for being unfaithful many times. The story claims that Mensah attacked Nanama in retaliation, which sparked a furious quarrel. Maxwell, who already has children from prior relationships, has allegedly left the house along with his children. This isn't the first time McBrown and her hubby have made it into the news on a bad note. For some years now, the reports of their divorce have been dropping in the media almost every 4 to 5 months. The latest divorce saga revolves around Sewa Prickles, a well-known Instagram and Snapchat big girl. Big girls on those platforms. All right. This story goes back to somewhere in August last year when this lady was supposed to have been dumped by another guy for she's sleeping around with people, including Nanama McBrown's husband and others. So basically, the new angle to this whole thing is that Maxwell is not in his matrimonial home. I saw this on Nana Ira Mawuyeje. She's a DJ in Accra.
Okay.
Yeah, Wuyeje. I think that's the name.
Ohima Wuyeje.
There was talking about.
She's a second.
Okay. So she'll be very. Nanama McBrown. She'll have patience and take heart. These things to happen and all those things. And everybody was throwing shades at her as to making it seem as though she knows some details and she wasn't saying. So this is exactly what the blogger is claiming happened. That Maxwell has left the house because they had a quarrel and he was slapped by Nanama McBrown. And this blogger is insinuating that Nanama McBrown slapped the husband because she is older than him and also richer than him. Whereas
Than him.
Than him. That's
Joe,
what
is
the
it
blogger
true?
is saying.
It's
I
not
don't know
true.
their financials.
Nanama is not richer.
No, than the guy.
I don't know what the guy does.
Yeah.
It does. I don't know what he does when leave it. I mean,
I can tell you.
you are into those spaces, so you
Yes,
can know.
I can
don't
tell
know.
you-
But maybe the audience say, "Oh, we need to know." So it's casting
Age-wise, yes, but the guy also has money. The guy, Maxwell family. Anybody who know Maxwell will tell you, they got cash.
Okay.
They got cash.
So you remember that
I know
guy
said
when
Maxwell
I
ne
came
maame
in?
ne wuska.
Yes, na
say the family, yeah.
family who has money is not so depend on Anama.
Okay.
No, never.
Okay.
I know.
But
I
she
know.
also has
I
a
know
means
the
of making
case,
his money
and I
be-
can
So
talk
so
about
let,
it.
let's get into the issues.
Okay, so you see,
Okay.
when Akosua Japan was here about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
that's when this issue came up slightly.
Yes.
There was something, not this particular incident of him leaving the matrimonial
Yeah.
home, but there was something about her on the show that she
Yes.
did,
Yeah.
and she was
Crying,
talking about
yes.
that was like the first night. wasn't
Yes.
it? Yes. So and then see this trickle down effect of what has happened now.
Okay.
You see, I wasn't there. All of us were not there. We are basing our discussions
On
or
the
analysis or
reports.
whatever it is on this report that this gentleman has made that
Right.
Maxwell is not at home. I think that this is a marital issue between the two that they can easily solve without us poking our nose into details that we cannot actually verify and confirm.
Okay.
So what we probably will be doing is just be doing conjecturing.
Okay.
Okay. We will just be conjecturing. We don't know exactly what happened. It's between the two of them. Of course, it has come into the public domain because they are two public figures.
Right.
And you can't tell me that when Oprah has an issue in their house and any of these tabloids gets it. TMZ, for example, gets it.
Yeah.
They won't publish it. So
They
far,
won't.
these guys are doing it. But sometimes they exaggerate. They would like to conjecture. They would like to speculate. They like to create their own situations, assumptions, and all that into stories, making them stories. And then it gives further to people who don't know the details to also create more stories.
Cyrus,
And make
let me
issues
ask you
out of
this.
it.
Do you
Yes.
think the age of
Age.
Maxwell,
I don't know his age.
but we all know,
So-
do you
so
think the age of Maxwell and Nanama is an issue?
It shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. One of our president's wife, the one that Madam Teresa, was
yeah.
older than the president.
His Excellency
Well,
Kufuor
did we
and
ever hear
Teresa.
anything? There are plenty of such
But
examples
it depends
around.
on the how large or how do I say it?
The gap.
the gap
They say
between the
is
age.
just a number,
It's not-
and
it's
it's
not.
about maturity.
I hear this is more than 10 years or 10 years
I don't
interval,
know.
right?
I
It's not.
don't know.
Okay.
Even if I knew, it won't be a matter for me.
It's not.
Because to me, age is just a number. It's your character.
Okay.
Your maturity.
100%.
Understanding of
But don't you
100%.
think maturity comes with
Character
age?
Listen,
No.
anger management, issues identification.
Majority
a lot of things.
doesn't come with age.
Age, there said,
There will be a 50 years. See, America say. What is it? Sorry to say, Jimmy.
But there are
Yeah.
people who have also matured more whilst they are growing.
No, they don't. Maybe our drew no doesn't mature. I know a young guy. Only needing come Obeka so be in 50s.
That you may be.
Yes.
There
There are people like that, yes.
Or to say yes, where the SS any power in SM
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Because
When the age in somehow the things that he knows.
Yes. Wow, uncle or wow, brother, Gemma Morgan. A lot of
History.
a lot of people in Columbus think Serbia only 50s.
Yes.
But he's not even in. Hey,
Because of the things that he says and the
and
history that he will
how
give.
he
Portray himself.
At times, it's one kasakra now. People see you and look at you and feel say, no, you are mature.
Even when it comes to like with him, like you mentioned his name, so I'll use him. When it
Yeah.
comes to like things like history, the things that he will say is like he will be telling you things that it's like he was there when it was happening, and you find out how did he even get to know about this? And it's maturity.
So it all boils down to what I mentioned earlier, that age is just a number.
Yeah.
It's about the two people involved and the understanding they
Right.
have between the two of them.
Right.
Because marriage, of course, we marry into families, but at the end of the day, it is between the two of you how you handle issues. Okay, I'm sure if one of them hadn't been speaking anyhow or had been confiding in people that they shouldn't be confiding in, certain issues wouldn't have come into the public domain.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been through
100%.
that process before. I've been married before. But
Okay.
I'm not anyway.
Okay.
But so I've based on certain experiences and observations regarding this thing we call holy matrimony.
Okay.
If you don't have the patience for it, you either
So-
be good at it or be terribly
Joe.
bad about it and have lots of regrets for the rest of your life.
Joe, assuming this is true, whatever story is coming out right now is true, right? Say we're slapping on. We all sit down here every day talking about men abusing women right? This is something that we can also call, if I'm just saying that if this story coming out is true, we don't know the truth about that.
I would say,
this is an abuse, and the man can leave the home because of this, right?
No, I think, look, I think people are just exaggerating.
In America,
case.
Seriously.
Let me give you of Max or free fee.
Okay.
Baby, I know Nanama fee.
Nanama,
yes, Nanama worry call one Cotina Beman fee.
Okay.
Or to no one fee because she's independent woman. Nanama is how do you call this? The alpha ladies, alpha women. And we don't want to go into details of how alpha women act.
Well, okay. Alpha men too.
Yes, but in their cases, say wako worry about her alpha. She already have her own stuff,
right?
And the basis of their relationship, majority people don't know, but they just assume, say, oh, when you need send into maybe I say, and na you say, na boy na you say. Do you know, say, Maxwell had a child?
According to this story, he has children. Did it say child? I don't know.
I'm just giving, yes.
Make this clear to me.
Of the story, no.
Joe, make this clear. He has a child or has children. Is it before the marriage or after the marriage? Before the marriage.
Yes.
That's
okay.
what it
so
says,
he was with somebody.
Okay.
And Sana Nanama eba picture name.
Okay.
Nanama even know that person she was.
Oh.
Dating.
Okay.
On any war, you know.
Okay.
She's so called close to Nanama.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes.
Well.
So if you get to the genesis of the story, there
are underlying
issues.
Okay.
There's an underlying. I know much of that. I don't want to talk about it on air. You know, so there's underlying issues before even getting that level.
Right.
And unfortunately, yes, or fortunately, they get together, they married, thinking say things will be great. And they be say and muno ayana air de because a lot of them they get blindsided with what they're being shown.
Emotions.
Yes.
Okay.
But
flashy
the moment
emotions.
Because I watched Nanama interview one time. And the interview, she went to say one of the high schools, maybe a mass senior high schools, being invited into one of her their school programs about women and stuff.
Okay.
I think some of this have
because you discuss it, something like that.
And one of the girls in Busani say, how do you incorporate your marriage with your
work?
Your work. And listening to her, the words she used, she couldn't answer the ladies straight up.
Yeah.
She was beating around the bush. And what she meant, she basically said, and they say, no, say nikunu ye ne manager krana o mani detective mano. Se contract ba on ma se nikunu na ne manager on mani kunu because ejuma na on the day ono na dey body e kwa akoye. And no, I realized she's a boss in the house.
So Maxwell is the woman.
Not being a woman,
but who? She's in charge. She's in charge of the marriage.
Career.
Yes.
Fine.
This is my career. So be be catch me say na numre.
But Joe,
person me koye programmer.
Joe.
Now Maxwell who here say person on me da.
It's not about that. But Joe, like you saying say.
And
Maxwell came into this picture whilst this lady was already there.
Yes.
She was already out there.
Yes.
Which other lady?
No, I'm talking about Nanama.
Yeah.
She was already Nanama before Maxwell married her, right? It's not like Maxwell the bibia beka chen bia.
No.
She was already made, and you came. If she say for me, I already know what I was doing before I got married to Maxwell.
Okay.
And I don't think Maxwell should be in charge of how I manage my things, because before you came into my life, my manager to that top. So even though you are the man of the house, I still think say I know what I'm doing. I'm more experienced in what I'm doing,
It's
and
not,
I'm.
it's not about man of the
What,
house.
what do you think?
I think that you see, maybe, just maybe, because like I said, I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
no,
also,
that's fine. Use maybe.
Maybe they didn't sit down to talk about these kind of professional and personal relationship clashes.
Okay.
You understand? When it comes to Nanamba's engagement outside the marriage, how are we going to handle it? And then how are we going to handle our own internal issues to us? Maybe, just maybe they might have just scratched the surface without necessarily going to deeper discussions to see if, should this happen, what can we do? How are they going to tell the public? Should we keep quiet? Those kind of things are managed internally. I accept that in some instances we bring in external people to also manage, who sometimes also might go and blow things out of proportion. But in this particular case, I didn't even know some actual Oba until today when you're reading the story, because I don't concern myself with some of these stuff. It's not really in my realm.
Have you heard Maxwell talking before?
No.
Never. They are reserved. Nanama.
So as the reports is coming, they say there's an audio out. Maxwell no talking about say Nanama and Accra. There's an audio out there.
Have you heard the audio?
No. So the story where because I listened to
it could be
yes, and that's why yes.
I know we are recording.
Yeah.
All now say wakoye audio catch obi say na me go through. Ebi on na down for be kasa wa friend na bibisa. Yes, there could be. But at the end of the day, and that's what I said. Say me how I see it.
Yeah.
How I saw everything. No. Nanama being Nanama could have balanced marriage and
work-life balance.
Yes.
Well. This time, marital life balance.
Yes, you could. Because marriage is compromising.
Okay. It means a lot. Compromising means a lot.
A lot in marriage. And if you cannot, because sene utu kwanya kwa Accra ko yeshu or ukunu me, and I need your presence at home for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe man I could compromise.
Yeah.
Or ban so betima compromise. How many times does it have to? Because
Joe,
when you listen to Nanama,
if we
somebody
even take,
was cooking for her husband every second time.
If we even take ourselves,
there are
Joe,
several households like that.
And you might be if it keeps continuing.
Joe, see we.
This person.
Example, Joe.
Was it somebody hired to cook for them, or
it will happen because this will happen.
It's house.
Joe,
there's nothing wrong.
Joe,
with it.
even
I know there's nothing wrong with it. But
seriously, Joe, listen.
Depending.
Like even us here, you heard the radio side, you heard your Juma, you heard what we are doing now. It entails a lot. And I job they make an here. Every time every day we have to come here after work and do this. Sometimes Saturdays we have to come and produce show, do this, do that. Even going home, sometimes we have problems at home because people think we spend all our time on radio or doing radio associated things. What you say? How much more Nanama McBrown, who is on TV almost every day in her life?
She does MC jobs.
She does other jobs.
Voiceovers.
Say, arena. Now, one for our journey into a certain level. Say, my wife on the I'm sharing her with the public. The little time I'll have with her, I should make time for, and that's how it's gonna be for as long as she's in the media space. So you should accept that.
Okay, so are you saying that maybe there's something going on that
you see when you are getting
to do certain things
when you are getting into marriage for the first time, everything that somebody is doing looks good until you get into it so much that after you think say you need certain things. Joe say shaba for now or the guy on when duane kra onfa ho da bia ne koto aduane na mudi but edu level bi Joe what you say edu level bi after what di bia wasan ne natena na after o twen say bangaba be ya aduane a no so still a oye yenkoto we a after na say o dwene ho.
There's always has to be a balance between those things. So you can't always eat from home. You can't always eat from outside.
When people meet people in the first place, they take everything. Say, "Oh, I can deal with this," until they get into the experiencing it.
That's why marriage is supposed to be a lifetime journey. it's not me
say see all yare na na ma ebubu dadem a gas ni kunu na eso hwe no
sebi mpacho
no I mean can sebi me say sebi happen no so it's not just about at times the man nim dey be a mama
okay
at therefore we are just assuming nothing here we are saying is concrete
yes
so we don't want people to take it the other way but what we saying and say yeah the ban ya brabo mukra na se me pie de bia na me betena studio ha na me koba in and out na awoya bai our wife our parents family don't like the fact say bia ya driving
it took her from east
for my day ba betena ha say so one time they will tell you masa menko I have to compromise and say okay you know what my mintie the okano there's a reason. Because we go to car abenya accident story to say.
I have a story to buttress what you are saying.
Na ubenya accident na ja ubeba no ono na ebe bre and cry be gu ne so abeye de ne sane o mani nyina gu ne so na oda dem.
You know, you remember a while ago I said I've been married before. Yeah, so some many years back I had this wedding that I had planned to attend in Takrady. Me late, I was supposed to have left home around 5 a.m. but I was late. I got up around 7 a.m. Mrs. and the children, especially my little girl, said, Daddy, don't go, Daddy. I said, well, I've promised this person that I'll go. And I haven't been to Takrady in over 2-3 years. So I really wanted to go.
Okay.
My car was just 2 years old, brand new showroom car, 2 years old. I drove all the way, just after Elmina Baby, some stupid guy stopped in the middle of the road, bang, accident. My car was totaled. Luckily, and for the grace of God, I didn't get injured. When I got out of there, say sometimes, your car some show, especially when it comes from your spouse and even your children. My child was just 2 years old then. This was 2015 thereabouts. Yeah, the car was total. The Toyota V Corolla, total, brand new car, gone. That was all. And this, God saved me. And so it's like. In a committed relationship, you should be listening to each other and be making compromises.
Yes.
You learn not to say certain things to people who are not in the marriage. You know, but these days you don't know what
but we should also agree, sir. It's difficult getting married to people like in this kind of.
There's nothing difficult.
It's kind of difficult. If you compromise, you will be able to make it. There are people who are busier than an animal background, flying out of the house.
How many of them have their marriages going on right?
Have you heard how many of them come out to talk like this?
Because maybe they don't even tell you that they are going through those things.
They are managing it.
They are managing it. That is the whole point. That is why he's saying, say you should be able to manage it. The fact say you should be able to manage it.
The fact say you thought say you could deal with it, but now you cannot deal with it. What do you do?
Get out.
Get out.
If you can't deal with it, I mean, it always happens.
Yeah.
For some would be for good
Divorce
reasons, others for your whole mental sanity and other related matters. You just have to get out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
divorce and go.
And I didn't used to believe in that.
Is that true?
But Masa, it's at a point you just know that I didn't say, don't stay. And I mean, come on.
Don't do it for the public because your own mental health.
Okay.
You can't say
we don't know the story, and we just making a shout out to Ike, Miami Ike,
Ike City.
Drink now no one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man back way. I don't know. You won't know my best boy cold ball.
I just wanted to pull this.
Ike, New Jersey.
Ike, New Jersey.
Yes.
Oh, my own Ike. Ike. There's a new thing that is coming. I'm supposed to call you, but I mean, Fro. Ike, wherever you are, good evening to you. Thanks so much for doing the listening and doing what they're watching. Please, if you're on Facebook, it's good for you to share. It doesn't take money when you share our videos. It's just it helps us to, get to more people, reach more people. Yes, we are all discussing and expressing our views on the issues that comes across in the entertainment world and the sporting world. And any other thing that we can do for you, we try to do our best to, educate in our own way, little way. It's not like we know everything. We just share our views. And you can also share your views right on our comment section. We are going to read everything for you. I think that there are some messages be I have to read. Yes. Oh yeah, Elder na that's coming from Nana Equiatachiwa Mpacho Elder no omu yimedi inti no se say no me wo fie ti mo ne sofo kokasa no osan be jeme dia na meko omu yimedi wa sorry wo hu sa yes Mary Lavi say hello uncle, hi uncle. Yes Mary Joe boy na de no me de unya me he opa uncle some too much debia uncle sir. Daniel Dodu say greetings. I say age is just a number. I say age is not just a number anymore. Now, Mutina say. I say age is not just a number anymore. It's but he's saying say it's not just a number anymore. Yes. Steve Picardo say stop. I stopped giving my heart to them. I no longer watch the matches from Picardo Steven from Jabin precisely Akronji. Yes. No. So on say sometimes we don't know Joe Timmy Joe Timmy.
Kiki, yeah,
oh,
one standard. Just one.
Because I'm the moderator of the show.
Oh, really?
I have to balance everything.
You should. That's why you are the moderator. Be moderate.
Yeah, moderate. Don't balance it.
But the thing is, Joe. You see, sometimes we all say certain things about the Black Stars. We all say. No, I'm just telling you something. You can't something, but you should be, patriotic. Really? It's whether it's good or bad. Okay. Whether it's not going well. Kiki. Oh yeah. The things that we do, a lot of big people watch it. And so what Mr. Ransford tested me said, Mr. Ransford tested me say, whether we are in difficult situations and everything, push it. Like, be no. And what he's saying is true. Whether we like it or not, Ghana is our team.
Oh, but nobody's saying Ghana is not our team.
So when they are in difficult times, we should all be in that difficult times and try to rise them up. On Thursday, we are playing Egypt.
Kiki.
I want Ghana to beat Egypt. Anyway, we are on Afro 614. Keep sending your comments right here. DC Tender says compromising is the key and avoid unmarried friends sometimes. Maswell is also too young for Nanama, and Maswell still wants to have fun out there, forgetting he's a married man. Is that an issue?
That's what he's told.
That's not true.
Joe,
I can't tell.
How do you say that's not true?
Because
it's like Ghana. You don't know how he rolls.
Special satellites beyond.
No, story.
I don't know the story somebody told you.
Story that I know about them. It's a fact.
So you think the Maswell is not going out there?
It's not. It's a fact.
Okay.
Ansana be ma be koko akojiji na ni bebre wo fie no.
Yeah.
Abontene no.
Yeah.
Na enioma onya I made
I
think because maybe he has a relation or knows the guy in a way. Are you on the side of Max or on the side of Nanama?
You know, say Nanama is my girl.
Also, what's the you know, say Yvonne your girl, Nanama is my girl. I go to Japan. They say Auntie Akosia cry. You didn't say Auntie Akosia.
If I it's my girl. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
And then I said, the
fact is Kiki. Me can say somebody is my girl. That means say I have a relationship with the person.
Oh, we get it. We know the context. That's a fraternity.
Yes. Right. It's not say be a me girl, no say be a Ghana say me girl that be. And say me nipa no to some point.
And then they watch him. Na first if so guess don't mo. Ti be ana me ka say Joe boy dey guess does no.
Somebody people be a me o din komo. Me for some reason be we met and talk. Yeah, once in a while we text ourselves at the same bibi aboko. That kind of life. So and that's what I said. Say Max Omodiano.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about
it. Yeah, I call the next story.
You know, me esana enye fair.
Okay.
I would prefer omwa be a story now about out. But my mama different examples say marriage is compromising.
Okay.
DC Tender can the same thing say marriage is compromising. If you don't compromise, things will be hard in marriage.
Okay.
In and I my example say even now say oh your bano na una odiska be fi na oditua bill kra wo fie ho oh your doctor na ukunu ye warehouse men dwen say chinchina ukun ena de bia oba eso no aduane si ho ana say ofofa ne so ana say ebia de bia ye doctor na wo ye on call no da de bi o ha nyama ukunu no.
Okay.
Na mon spend quality time together. Days bi o na ukunu so ebia abeta na ho no person release any kwan so kwa abontene say or compromise.
Is it for you? Okay. Don't you think say is it not a problem when a woman is on top? No. Like in terms of education, in terms of monetary aspects, in terms of pedigree. If a woman marries somebody who is under her, don't you think say it always becomes an issue?
Sasa ma mencho.
Okay, chemi mo.
Say oba the moment oba ebe feel bossy. Maybe oni boy oni kunu. Oba what a man more top no. So oni kunu no oni boy onya bindi. Onya tonga ni bin microphone to ni tonga no. Omune ya they always stiff.
How can you assume that? How can you
assume?
Is it based on
scientific
empirical facts?
Yes, it's
really?
A fact.
How?
Yeah, Google.
Google.
Yeah.
How do I search? How do I do it?
Say,
so you have your opinion.
But you know, so Oba, I like sex. Oba like sex.
Meaning say they change they swing moves. Mood tight me no ma bebre.
No sabe or say a boss or crowd energy or draw jumemwa on found who you are, Casa BBBA anyhow. Oba
Joy experience be. I know.
Okay.
So from experience. Yes. He knows we both experienced.
We've experienced one before.
Then I should keep
we both experienced that before. Right. But say Oya Oba abrofu say madam for a rush. Nire make more than him, bear 3 times than him.
Okay.
Oba no mani tenefi oya juma from home. And o hwe nkora no ko drop you mo school no aba. The obeka na ewom.
The ban beka na ewom.
Obema no beka na ewom.
Okay. So you are trying to say the man still has the authority in the house.
In the house.
Okay.
Respect.
BB it's kind of doesn't matter so now wo sika na say una oni sika.
Right.
Yeah, Dorothy we are Dorothy say chips ura.
Onu so esi o kesi o. Just say
Accra Dubai Kumasi.
Dorothy. say my people. My people.
Oh, pet chips ni say ni
ice. Open say Columbus or Columbus creator na de wuni.
Last week Obre Kenke so say Obre
Obre info Kenke.
Obre mi Kenke.
Hey, Dorothy. Obre kayo ina on se mbusa anu
Obre mi Kenke.
Dorothy bacho.
You guys have deviated again.
Oya ma unia na wa ya ma unia. Yeah, be said Dorothy. Let's move on.
Undi Kenke ni.
Dorothy bro Kenke awonje.
Enke ka sem de account.
Yeah, koso.
So Oba I don't think some relationship it's not about say
Sika
no. Yeah. Man, I don't feeling me was catching that. Guy no muska.
Okay.
Almost
Kawo
Scania big deal.
Okay.
Scania big deal. But or compromise kotna na yiri nchen.
You think sir it was wrong?
Or compromise, yes, it's wrong.
Do you think sir
Yes.
moving to the Naname's house was a
It's
wrong
wrong.
decision?
It's a wrong
Why do you think
decision.
it's wrong?
Okay.
It's wrong.
Let's ask her.
Media. So
Nah,
why do you think it's
sure.
wrong?
Sure.
All these things, sometimes some basic compromising and understanding and taking out of ego creates problems in marriages.
Okay.
I mean committed marriages. I mean committed relationships. Let me put it that way. And then someone say, "What's the dying? Maybe I'm won't be dying." Then before we even get married, it's okay. So when we get married, where are we going to stay? Are we going to stay in your house or my house? And then we rent one out, or are we going to do the other one? Then you know. Okay, maybe I will die in a 3-bedroom house. We plan that we'll have 4 children. So where are we going? And mine is 6-bedroom. So maybe let's go into the 6-bedroom and then give out the 3 for rental or something.
Right.
So before all you go formally step there and say I do or whatever it is, the vows that you take. Some of these things have already been discussed.
Would you move to a woman's house?
I would do that if we discuss it and we both understand that yes, let's do it. I mean, it's
You
not
see
like
nothing wrong with that?
Is that what?
You see nothing
Why
wrong
should
with
there be anything? But is there something wrong with her coming to stay in mine?
Because you are the man.
I'm the man.
You are supposed
Of
to
course,
provide.
I will provide.
Okay.
I will provide, but
Okay.
the woman is supposed to be my helper too as well, my supporter. So if she has something that can support with the both of us to live a very comfortable life, whilst we do other things together, why not?
Okay.
Why not? I mean,
So let me tell you a story.
Joe.
go ahead, please.
You still think it's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you a story. So
Joe,
there's-
before you go to the story, I
Okay.
have some messages. I don't want them to go
Okay,
away.
okay.
So Mami Fiabonsu says, I think Maxwell should know that anything he does outside their home in a way can affect Nanama and the people use that against her a lot in so many ways. And free Nana Fiabonsu ho. Dorothy say I see settle you all. Yes, settle you all. Yes, settle you Nasa Asembeba. Caroline Amwako Nyame and so say
Adumaku
Nyame. Okay.
I think I know her.
You know her from
Ghana?
okay.
she's a writer.
No. She's a Ghanaian. She's a banker.
Oh, okay. I'll say marriage is a serious thing. One needs to be intentional about it. Communication, love, care, mature respects, understanding, compromise. Couples need to resolve issues when they happen. They don't need to sweep issues under the carpet. Couple needs to have quality time together, and
There you go.
they need to respect each other.
Thank you.
Yes, this is
Thank
that
you,
says
Caroline.
or say it should not Kiki. It's not my opinion. I think some men becomes jealous about their wife status and feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But
that's also
look,
true.
I'll say, but look, I think you should be proud of your spouse status and encourage her. She will respect you
Yep.
as a man
Of the
of the
house.
house.
Thank you.
Okay, that's coming from DC Tender. Thank you. If you're sending a message to us, that's great. We are loving all the contributions you are doing
No,
for the
that's-
show.
that's very
We-
good.
and
From
you are
those
giving us,
comments.
You see,
some.
As it
Yeah.
is, no, we all can't be the same.
We all can be the same.
Both men can be the same.
Men
all
and women can be the same.
So the same way, Obabi also in the same year, and I say, I mean, career-wise, prospects are good, far better than the husband. Sort of, so there are a few of them,
Right.
who lorded over their husband.
Joe, I'll
They
come back to
rub
you
it
for
into their
that story,
husband's
though.
faces.
Yeah.
They rub it into their husband's face. Some. I'm not saying all of them. There are a few of them who do that.
Right.
And there are the majority of them to have this traditional understanding. I mean, everything about it that let me be at that level where my husband and I can discuss things despite me being economically stronger
Right.
and professionally more progressive than him.
Okay.
There are many who are doing that. And there are a few of them, the bad nuts. And I said, Phoebe means a woman. So maybe we can just extrapolate and say that many women do that, but we can't be sure
No,
about
we
that.
can't be sure.
No.
Joe, let's listen to your story. You said you had a
So,
story to share.
There is this woman, right?
Okay.
She had before marriage, she had about 3 houses. She married this guy. The guy didn't have a place to live, so only guy in a worry, and the guy didn't know she has about 3 houses.
Okay.
And she didn't tell the guy before marriage and after the marriage. So that guy didn't leave you on 1-bedroom apartment at that moment. So the guy decided, oh, can we go and get 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom? Because right now, right. You know, because 1 bedroom there was just mine. No, but so she knows a place where they can go and rent. No, see, okay.
That's good.
No, omokoye. Sana will not knowing so no fee or bana fee no moko renting, and the guy has been paying the rent for the past wickedness. 2-3 years. So one time, guy na no beji rent no. No see you. I wanted to find out guy in the buy no see you. I want to see if he ran because I want to talk about the rent, you know. Okay. Yearly, you know. I want to make about 5 or 6 because my wife kind of like this house. So say even kwano beton my I'm willing to buy it. Na guy in the corner catch I'm so my when ko kasa the other way around. Na my men on catching so ubetima ton amano. So this woman was ready to sell the house for her to her husband.
Yeah.
How did the husband find out?
So guy na no jinamuno, he fell back.
Oh.
Unse nyankopon de o sheni or find kwan bebre so he fell back. Say, that's your own husband. At least then counting in bill no crane to ya. I believe the guy thought said the man is the one paying everything. So and the guy knew said this lady has money. Like she's loaded, but she hasn't shown anything for the husband to know say she's loaded. So one day the guy came to the house and the man was in the house and say, oh, no come on, no see dancing. No see if you now team you feel. Oh but that made it. I said, no, that's your house. I'm telling you, it's a fact. I said, no, it's not my house.
You're renting.
I said, me now rent you no more. And I make a control.
It's your house.
It's your house.
I know they chemiana.
If you send 2 car, no sign any 2 car. Went to about 3 apartments. Where you really need an idea. The guy broke down.
Oh, why?
The guy broke down. Like seriously, he wanted to divorce the woman. It got to the point. Say no divorce in the crowd. And abusian for Ghana wow ni abusian for when I say na we dey well you or dime and sadia mo dia say ni say na eja uni ade ya or the director aware no ho. But that's what aware na say things are okay.
Maybe they came to an understanding. There are people like that. Things will go. Others it could have gone straight down the drain.
Yes.
You understand? Some minor issues, less than what you've mentioned. Breaking up very beautiful marriages.
One day I'll say a story. Oh, like you're saying, one say about we or tiawari no ba. I have a story about Obia because of Nima Minti or so don't worry.
No, I don't.
Because of the maminti, or say on worry.
I didn't hear.
Because how the mother treated the father, was so mad to the extent say it took some time for him to get married.
Yeah,
he was over 50 before he could get married. Because how are ni treating ni papa and how are ni treating ni pano? Oh, who said mad ye? Obi also yerene who don't know you be a man, not how we treat you, no. Or can like it's very very interesting sometimes, but we are live on the best late afternoon show in the US of A. My name is MC Kiki. I'm here with Cyrus and Joe Boy. Keep on sharing your views on the comment section.
This is Afro Drive. MC Kiki.
So we're moving straight to the next story,
which is,
and very soon we are going to announce something big on the radio for you. Afro 614 is coming out with something huge in Ohio, in Columbus to be precise. Yes, we are announcing it right here on Afro 614. So stay tuned. It's huge. It's big. And I'm in charge right now. Cyrus, what's the next story?
I think we're going to talk about medical.
Medical? Mm-hmm. Okay.
medical and something about Lil Wayne and medical. Okay. So this story was called from the Pulse Network, I think. So it goes like this: Ghanaian rapper AMG medical. AMG is what? Among four girls.
AMG.
Among four girls.
Among four girls.
Yeah.
Anna.
Yes.
Anna,
I am out for
that
girls.
variant of the Benz.
I'm out for girls.
Maybe I'm out for girls. AMG says I'm out for girls. And therefore, obviously AMG says about 4 girls. Please.
The guy that leads that group,
medical, but it doesn't mean I'm out for girls.
I'm out for girls. Let's go. Let's go now.
Oh, baby, AMG Medical has received significant support from well-known American rapper Lil Wayne. This comes after Lil Wayne posted a picture of Medical on his Instagram story, highlighting the Ghanaian musician's partnership with a well-known beverage brand. I wouldn't want to mention the brand. They are not sponsored yet. Or should I?
I mean, go on.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
I won't mention the name of the brand. Okay, a very well-known rum brand, okay, as a way to show his support. Medical linked a significant contract to become a brand ambassador for the rum company owned by Sovereign Brands Limited Liability Company in Africa during its 2022 US tour. The Stubborn Academy CEO took things a step further and recorded in the studio with fellow company member Mary Boyle, an American Christian singer and pianist. The Ghanaian rap legend Medical was highlighted by Lil Wayne, whose real name is Carter Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., when he posted a picture of Medical clutching the original rum. So this is just about somebody, Lil Wayne, recognizing one of our own back home in Ghana. I'm sure it's a marketing strategy to bring out the rum brand out there and then give it a significant trending and mileage online and offline. So
yeah, I mean, it's a big deal for a rapper like Medical. For a rapper like Medical to have that endorsement or this person actually mentioning his name or posting him on his social medias or wherever he posted it. It gives Instagram, right? It gives another wave to Medical. Other people will go into Medical's profile and search for what he does, because you see, we all want this, big guys to, say something about us so that people will go into us and also search on what we do, and people are going to listen to Medical's song. I don't know what Medical did for him to get that kind of endorsement from him. And in the rap world, Lil Wayne is huge.
Of course he is.
He's so huge in the world, in the rap world, and so and he's also a rapper. So I think if they can do something together.
I'm sure there's a marketing connection between the two and then the brand that linked them.
You see, Medical is a very, very intelligent guy.
These things are done. So.
He's very intelligent. You can say all sort of things. I when he comes to town, I sometimes see him and we talk. He knows what music business is. He knows how to make money in business. So he's intelligent in what he's doing, and I think.
You see, I think that was my first time here. I said I sometimes have an issue with our musicians and especially our rappers or those who go on stage to sing and wear foreign brands on stage. Unless, of course, those brands are sponsoring them. I don't see the reason why they should be wearing them on stage when we have Ghanaian brands that they could easily promote on the world stage when they go to perform. And this is one of it, because this is not even this brand of rum is produced here. Okay, but I'm sure they want to enter the African market because there are various brands of rums there. They want to penetrate the African market, particularly probably through Ghana to Nigeria to the West African hemisphere or something. And so they are using Medical as a conduit. He's an ambassador for the brand. So you should know that. Then it means that the brand wants to have a footprint in Africa through Ghana. And then with Lil Wayne being the connection man, let me put it that way, from America here, because the brand originates from this country. So, like as I said, it's a marketing strategy thing based on music, arts, and business, and personal interest and company interest, and so it's a good thing. I mean, Medical will get some cash out of it.
So AMG is actually a record label,
we all know,
and it's called Arab Money Gang.
Arab Money Gang.
Yes.
AMG. Google it.
Yeah, I just googled it.
Yes, among four girls.
And it's owned by Medical and Chris Waddle.
Chris Waddle started among four girls.
Yes.
On no started.
Among four girls no moje.
Yes.
That is Nyumbi. Oh, me kind you and cowboy. No,
German for guys.
And yes, but like you, Muka. AMG. I'm on for
It's okay.
AMG.
Among for girls.
Among among for girls. G.
So it's a good deal. It's a good way to also advertise and get our guys out there.
That's very good.
It's very good for the industry.
Yes, it is. And then more of our guys should be able to penetrate not just alcoholic brands.
Okay.
I mean, there are various soft touch brands, fast moving commodity brands here that can try to find their way into the African market or even to the Ghanaian market.
Right.
And if our music executives back home have a strategy to try to link commerce and music into and showbiz, there are ways these things can be done. Others are doing it.
Right.
Okay, so it can easily be done. Sometimes we do the mobile phones brands. One of them is Techno, the other one
Techno.
is, I won't mention it, but these things do happen, and it gives the musicians to also an extra source of income, not only relying on copyright, which is poorly managed in Ghana anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah. Joe, do you have something to say on that? Yeah, moving on. Okay. Yeah, let's
There's
move
a story
on.
I can't find it, but it has to do with still music about the cost of data in Ghana, preventing Ghanaians from streaming music produced or done by Ghanaians.
Okay.
You all know that, in fact, data no is in Ghana. I mean, 1 gigabyte of data goes for more than 10 cities or so, and it's quite expensive. And so this guy at he's a Tema guy. Oh,
Tema guy.
So no, fair guy.
You don't need to be told that.
Aha, good. You have anything? How did you know? Because
no fair guy. Fair.
Kiddy too is fair.
Kiddy is not from Tema, so you
smart.
Well, yeah,
very smart.
So you're talking about this guy, Obanu Bekumia Ferry.
Yes, that guy. Now he is saying that Ghanaian musicians are supposed to be making money also from streaming to the various streaming sites. Okay, they are making money all right, but it's not as it used to be because the cost of data has gone up practically very high. And so instead of people streaming music, they rather wait till midnight and they watch movies. So they don't stream the music. But you see, the number of streams you get also means that your portfolio in terms of your income goes up. And so he's saying that this is one of the inhibiting factors affecting.
So you're talking about D-crime.
D-crime. Thank you. Oh, man, five. Didn't number.
Yeah. Mary Labi crack and there too.
Oh, okay. Mary Labi.
Okay, so he's saying that data cost should be looked at, and this is a country where just recently the significant market player MTN decided to hike its data cost, voice and data and everything by more than 15%. That was just in December. Meanwhile, in June, they had increased it already. And other telcos had to follow because the regulator says that once MTN is a market leader, whatever they do, the others must follow. Yeah. So it's impacting on the digitization and agenda that the government itself wants people to embrace. Because if I have to pay so much to get data so that I can watch movies or I can download certain things, why wouldn't I just go and do the paperwork that I need? Why don't I go and buy the CD and rip it and put it on my laptop and play instead of going to onto the net and stream, which will cost me so much? So I think that back home, data cost is very prohibitive, not only for those that want to stream music, those that want to watch Netflix or any other streaming
research,
especially in the academics.
Yes. Okay,
so what some of the telcos have done is that they've registered certain groups of academics, schools and institutions, and they give them special data plans for that purpose. But when it comes to those of us on the street that would like to listen to music and watch movies, who protects us? You see, and we don't even have a consumer protection agency. We had one. He used his name and his position to get money, and I don't know where he is.
Joe, do you think there should be some kind of policies from the music industry? Appealing to no, Joe. Every place you call her your money baby. America still almost stream. No, let's use American as an example. But to say if one better
Ghana for ne betie
but say data say data na cheaper abroso you know when you love one song you can play it more than 100 times. Your YouTube can be on. No, maybe YouTube is always on. It repeats songs every day. But if you are paying for data, say what they have. Who have a kwa? No way.
Because I no crowd enough.
Oh, Joe, no.
No,
Joe, it's not all. It's not all.
You're talking about conjoint.
Musicians. I'm not singling it out.
D crime as some other
the D crime on Bonyumba.
Nenuma about be 2 penny a day.
No. I mean, I want us to talk about this because it's Joe. If you are in the industry, and you are producing songs, and people now, wow nipa like me doing music here, and thinking Ghanaians will follow the music because they have to choose what songs they will listen to because they don't have enough data to listen to all the songs.
Internet is like a luxury in Ghana now.
Yes, they don't have internet to listen to all the songs. So that was why I was trying to ask you.
They are buying that can create policies that will make internet cheaper so that people can have access.
Yes,
it is the same government that is preaching paperless economy, digitization, and whatnot. But you sit down and the data providers or the service providers increase cost and of data or prices of data arbitrarily, and we're just watching the ordinary guy suffer. Data is not like a luxury item in Ghana now.
Blaming on the government.
But we should.
I really think, sir, they should do something about it. I really think, sir, Ghanaians.
And you see, internet infrastructure is always getting better, but yet the cost.
Recently, I think, sir, the music and led by Sarkodie took government and I say to court to talk about they are not being allowed to do advertisement for.
I have a background. I used to work in the beverage company, Accra Brewery, that does some years back, and that thing started with the Ghana Food and Drugs Authority. We had a long back and forth over 2 years about that. Their point is that young persons look up to celebrities. Okay. A lot, they copy them, they look up to them. Sometimes they even want to be like them and all that. And if you allow them to be advertising alcoholic beverages, there's something we call transference. Okay, they will be tempted to think that what they are advertising is a good product, and so they will be tempted to take.
Do you really believe that?
There's a correlation between that, because in Ghana the systems are not like here. People can go as young as 5, it says 7 years old can be still sent to go and buy DC-10 cigarettes, whatever, in job bars or beer bars, and so those was the underlying factors why the FDA brought that thing in, and then also because of that they stopped every tobacco or alcohol-based product from being advertised until after 8 p.m., which is being done. But the leeway is that they do it online. So they think FDA doesn't have the structures to check and block online. It's only traditional media and the billboards and newspapers.
I'm not too sure.
But the celebrated bit, I think we should understand it. Obit is a Kwame Jokoto. Children like him. She said on inside advertising. Didi, and children are listening. Didi, and all papa. So it is how our society is structured and how our systems of control and regulation also works. That's why the FDA brought in this.
But don't you think we are also
at a point? This thing
we are also
will be well streamlined, because as it is now, Miss Ropi saying.
Is it actually making any effect in the society?
Well, the FDA should be the one to come and tell us.
But
from where I listen.
Ghana, the last time I called Ghana, I want for a take by win say someone that's
you can't about in Kuala.
And quite be so correct. And Kuala Ghana 15, 16 or what to buy.
They hide to do it.
Yes.
There are very few places where you go where publicly you can see the 15th Street.
Honestly,
let me be a devil's advocate here, because of my background also in the brewery industry. I worked in there for almost 7-8 years, so I understand some of these things. Look, do you know the impact alcohol has on pregnant women?
Yeah.
When they give birth, fetal alcohol syndrome and all those things. And children under the age of 18 who are supposed to be in secondary school as drinking and taking tobacco, it impacts their education and their livelihood and also their mental development and all that. So these things we have to start from somewhere.
Serious. What my thing is, in the Ghanaian community, in the Ghanaian society, what they banned, is it really affected? Sometimes they do things just thinking that it will make an impact.
There's been an impact.
You think so?
But Mr. Opi, right now there are places where you go in Ghana where you're going to buy tobacco. the person selling being responsible as he's supposed to pay, would not sell it to you. No, they won't ask for ID because ID don't cast down.
They need ID, maybe.
So they will look at you and they're knowing that it's not you that's going to use it. They will, I assume, by your age and not sell it to you. Not everybody is doing it.
Yeah.
Not every retailer of alcohol or tobacco product is doing that in Ghana, but there has been a significant change in it. There has been a significant change in the number of young people being sent to go and buy pure beer, Guinness, whatever.
I think that's the things they have to check down.
Yes, so
limiting people to do advertise because do you know the source of money of these musicians? One, we are complaining that people don't stream their songs because of high internet rates.
That is not the only way they can make money. That is not the only way, and doesn't.
It's also a way.
It's one way.
It's also do you know how much Sarkodie will charge Adonko to do an advert for them?
I don't know, but say may catch up. It's not like they even the playing of the adverts can only be done after 8 p.m. Okay, but we are looking at transparency, role modeling. People taking after actors, musicians, artists, radio presenters that go and sit on radio and talk, glorify alcohol intake, excessive alcohol intake. All those things were supposed to be checked. Because if we don't start from somewhere, the whole society would turn into a group of a whole bunch of drunkards walking around with their heads on the ground. So somewhere, some impact must have been made, but it will take some time. If the regulatory authorities were working well, if our district assemblies, unit committee, assemblymen, some of these things.
So I brought this question about beverages, and whilst we were talking about the internet, the high cost of internet in Ghana, can't the musicians also come together, make an appeal to the government, go to the right ministry to talk to this minister, tell him, say, you have to do something about this.
You're talking about the National Communications Authority, talking about the communications ministry, the tourism ministry, the Ghana music, Gamro. There are conflicts in the system is conflicted. Conflicts of interest, internal political conflicts, so many things. And so when people are being serious about business, like it's done out here, back home, you didn't be fair, selfishness, backbiting and pull him down. It's just too much. So the industry people, like you said, that would have been the ideal thing to do.
Because we should do something about it.
But we don't have the ideal situation back home. Okay, because people will try to do the ideal things, but there are others that would, for their own selfish interest, would like the status quo to remain. So they will earn from it, because some people earn from bad things happening. You understand? While the bigger society likes the good thing to happen, the few that like the bad things to perpetuate are those that are earning from it. So they would like the bad things to perpetuate, so that they will earn from it. So it is about us. If I say as the people involved in the showbiz industry, the collaborators, the regulators, industry, and a lot. The supply chain is just a lot,
right?
And it takes a lot of collaboration to make things done. But if there's no collaboration, there's no compromise, there's no reason of egos and all that, we have a long way to go.
Right. This is Afro 614. Wherever you are, good evening to you. Thank you so much for doing the listening and doing the watching on Facebook. You can still send your comments across, and we are going to read them for you. I see Malvin GH is watching us wherever you are watching us from. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for doing the watching. Mary Lavi says D crime. Yes, Mary, D crime. Obekumya Ferry. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Right here on Afro 614. This is the best late afternoon show with the man MC Kiki, Cyrus, and Joe Boy. Let's move on to the next story.
Okay, so we are all aware that between November and December, there's been what we call the tontons, the cookathons, the singathon and the cookathon.
Sexathon.
And that's a favorite too. Okay, so and they're all initiated and executed by two strong, beautiful, intelligent women.
Right.
We are waiting for the confirmation and review of evidence and everything. Then we celebrate them more. Sure. Despite the controversies after that, we are okay with that. Now, this gentleman also comes out. I'll see a friend say, maybe come as some
Joe video Wahana.
There's no video, but there's a picture. He's called Patrick Amenuvo. Okay. He's a Ghanaian who started a standathon and he quit a few hours after. Okay, so let me read the story. It says a Ghanaian photographer and content creator, Patrick Amenuvo, has attempted the Guinness World Record for the longest standing marathon by an individual. This endeavor swiftly follows the recent pursuit of other Ghanaians, such as Ifua Santua Dionum's for the Guinness World Record in the longest individual singing marathon, and Chef Filer's aspiration to achieve the record for the longest individual cooking marathon. Now, Patrick Amenuvo's ambitious endeavor kicked off yesterday, January 14th, 2024, and was set to continue until Sunday, January 21, 2024. However, the marathon, which kicked off at the Gem Church in North Legon, which would have seen Patrick standing steadfastly to break an existing record, was abruptly ended after less than 5 hours. Patrick's team, through a press statement, said the photographer had to quit the attempt because he had broken some rules. So let me read a copy of a part. Okay, there's a statement there, but let me read a part of it here for our listeners who can't see what is on the screen. It says that due to my integrity and desire to win by fair play, I wish to inform all of my intention to stop my official standathon attempt due to some rules I have broken, which might sabotage my efforts to break the record, the statement said. It continued that at this point, I deem it fit to get back with my team to review our attempt so far and make sure to avoid any errors that may hinder my future attempt. I want to use this opportunity to thank all who have stood with me all this while and want to assure all that Patrick Amenuvo's standathon is a dream and that I am not sleeping on. New date will be announced via all my social media pages. Thank you, Ghana, for the support. Statement concluded. Wait. It was dead on arrival.
That was I said. What me? Have the cry. Joe, because break, who record when I be break, you so better. Anna.
Me can say so so cry. You manage that platform.
At least or make an attempt or try.
Anyway, I know one for the past this month. Load on social media, mom. Or more likes and followers now load there. No one will be a pay.
He's a content creator, so what do you think?
Yeah, myself.
I didn't even know.
So who's a photographer?
Who's a photographer? Somebody will just go for curiosity's sake, hire his services.
Yeah.
So
what about selling kakra?
Yendi benkuta
Yemobi onka banku na say money the longest eating banku eaters
limited only to this vicinity. No. You know, so right. Like you see when this thing, we said it that people would try and come out with several initiatives that they are just trying to cloud attention to themselves. Right. I think this is one of them. In my personal humble opinion, I think he probably just wanted to get attention to himself, and he's gotten it. Because now, if his Facebook followers were 500 by now, I'm sure it's gotten to about 2,000 and over. And people now know that he's a content creator and a photographer. That gives him some commercial advantage to over the photographer in the corner that decided not to do anything about also attempting to create a record or break a record. So
Reliable says I'll do sleeping. The other hand be for power.
Sleeping say it comes with rules. Into and say and yes that's order.
Say without bit must already.
The bit make I just said that 1 hour without turning and this way.
Meet me.
2 hours without turning.
So me da mada. Me da who say me tablet. Me da who say my turning.
No one sorry I know so the concern. Who da na who from one now so the concern.
All right, Zaros, let's get to the next story because we have the big announcement to make too.
Okay. Probably this would wind up. It's about Michael Blankson.
Oh, okay.
Michael Blankson, you know, is a Ghanaian American-based comedian. Okay, let me see what it says. So it's something about the cost of living in Ghana, and also if you can't cook the best Ghana jollof, you'll marry you. So let's go to this particular story.
It's very important. So
this is in relation to election 2024 or 2024. Sorry, everyone knows the economy got bad under this government. That's Michael Blankson. So the body of the story says the comedian Michael Blankson says everyone is aware the economy in Ghana got bad under the current MPP administration. He says as an investor himself, he has lost a lot of money. The comedian said that regardless of the bad economy, Ghanaians have the option of maintaining the current government's political party in power or to deal with the mess created. To him, the option lies in the hands of the people of Ghana to decide who can make the country better. The guy feels he can make a difference. At the end of the day, we want what is best for Ghana. We know what's going on. We know what Ghana needs. Everybody knows the economy got bad. He's still talking. Let me go on reading. The money I invested in the country that we used to pay for the school disappeared. I lost. So it also took me back as well. So we all lost money. So now the election is coming and we have to decide what's best for Ghana. Do we need something completely new like Shatta or Freedom? Do we need Mahama, the man with experience? What went wrong with him? Do we want to keep the same people in because they are responsible for fixing the economy they messed up? He said this in an interview with Accra-based Hits FM. Joe,
that's deep. The last three is statement on making
questions that he was asking.
Yeah, is very deep. You know, or putting Ghana forwarding to something, and all of those putting it out there, is very necessary. You know, or someone say. Namon Jine ho say mun here new face. And I say mun here dear wabedi biako na our experience dadano. And I say mo pedie wase dano no wase
economy.
Na mo person fixing no onu ntima mo mane nko mo mane sam fixing ade asa no akọ. So to put it is very good, and Blankson is a good comedian. You know,
the good comedian who got kicked in the shin by, what was his name? Cat something say.
Cat Williams.
He's the only African comedian who has a fake African accent. No.
Yes. But, this guy, when you get to the genesis of him, when you support from Ghanaians. So I'm very proud. Say
he's gone back to invest something back in Aguna, and I know Aguna and Saba is not really a big. It's a town, but it's not really a big town. So that investment he made there is really huge. It made quite a big impact there,
which is very good. Cause he started his life in Philadelphia, and the people who hold him down was Liberians.
I see.
So because part of the family, every Liberia. Into a honor free or crowd.
It's papa side.
Yeah, I don't know the free or the bar US cry direct.
Okay, because of that amnesty thing they had.
Because I know cinema I'm in the Ghanaian.
Yeah. It would make it you call that time or your comedy show Krobianko. Or bien fino no your concert no accent ya bien fin Ghana de Obianko na Ghana de Jimmy says Liberia, other African countries now they're holding it down to say Hollywood movie back or the year, and he's good. The accent, how he creates the accent, all those kind of stuff. What America check, but I still try to maintain that accent because
so he's not affected.
No,
the accent is not really affected. So
no.
what is the cat's problem?
No, say cat huru no. Some me no nyina. So no so be cat one say cat asem no be cat say. Oh yeah. He came out and say cat say industry no. Or no, I say I'm one in some ways. And what said every day in the top no. So that's how he is. He pick on people. He just try to pick on people and how those people are.
So this is not really about him per se, but what he said.
No,
and it's in relation to the economic situation in the country back home, that's in Ghana, and the upcoming elections, which is going to throw up a lot of issues. The system is going to be quite tense because people are going to be GM mindful or for no be almost because say so for or the two that blogger and the okay, he did a blog for yesterday, and according to him, he says that Deborah says that if the general elections were held tomorrow, that is today. I mean, he did it yesterday, so today.
He's in Cote d'Ivoire, though.
Okay. Who are you voting for? surprisingly, Bawumia got 12%.
Okay.
This is online, Numpacho. Those have access to internet. We're talking about
And
internet.
even on only page.
Yes, on
People who follow him.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is very restricted.
Yeah.
Mahama had 42. Interestingly, Nana Bediako had 39%.
Hey.
And Alan Chamantin of the butterfly people who had 8%.
Now,
this is just a throw in the sun. It's not really like
Nana ABT Bawumia.
Buti Bawumia 38, none of the Bawumia 12. Shatta. But you know, Shatta is going to independence, and it will be the first time we're going to have independent presidential candidate. That is if the electoral committee satisfies the requirement by the electoral commission. It is upon the people.
I don't think he might not qualify.
Well, there are requirements. He has to have certain things across all the
offices. So the offices across
constituencies, the number of nominees, all those things.
Once
I'm sure
you
he'll
can
get them.
that.
He
Yes.
ha- he has
that's
the
money.
means. He has the means. Even the PNC have been able to do this several times. Why not him? Because he has the means more than the PNC. Excuse me. So it's not really about him per se.
Right.
It's about we the voters. Are we discerning enough to know what we want? Are we just fed up with what we all agree has been a totally somehow disappointing performance of this administration in this second term? This is what our main words about it. Or is it we want to try the other gentleman, what's his name? The former president, Mahama, because the devil is better than the angel you don't know. We are now we are confronted with the devil and between the devil and the deep blue sea. But back home, the people, they say, who feels it knows it.
Yeah.
And so it is about the people being discerning enough, throwing emotions away, thinking that this is time forward. Who exactly amongst these 3 or 4 people?
And what do we need?
And are going to supply that? Because we've heard it too much. The lip talk, service has been just too much. Very little action. We take 2 steps forward and we take 7 steps back.
I think the cost of living.
That is the basic thing.
It's something that the government should tackle.
That's the basic thing.
Joe, remember yesterday we were having this discussion.
Rent, petrol,
remember we called Marcus, and we were talking about food.
It's expensive.
Listen, when I went to Ghana, even me from the US buying food, sometimes I was like, wow, why is this so expensive? How is the normal Ghanaian or somebody who goes to the farm, how are they buying this kind of food? How are they eating? Because, you see, if the basic things that a man needs is satisfied, people don't cry that much. The country is on a verge of it's too you need money to get everything.
The cost of living includes cost of data.
Yes.
Food, transportation, rent. Now, the vertebrate so a certain.
And I understand it's not just there. Even here, cost of living is gradually going high.
But you see, it has become quite intense over the last 2.5 years back home. Say, suddenly everybody was blaming everything on COVID and everything. Fine, we got out of it. We got support, and still we are taxing commodities and things linked to VAT, and the situation is quite some way. But so, I mean, I will just say that when I will vote, where do I do to form? No one should we are about the fruit no because we are stuck with the NDP and the NDC.
Yes.
We are stuck
either one of them is coming.
We are stuck with them, so we need to build our shock absorbers very well.
So you have to check who comes and does things better,
and then we need to be assertive. We need to talk about things, not be afraid. I mean, because sometimes these people, because they want to come to power, they will be saying all sorts of things. As soon as they get the power, they change the attitude. Certain gags have been put in place. You can't talk about certain things. You're afraid to say certain to go. I mean, so we need a lot of internal realignment back home in our political system, in our economic system, in our academia. I mean, almost every sector of our system back home needs some kind of a retouch. But who are those to do it? I think the current one. That's the thing. The current ones, the new ones that want to come, this new phase that is being mocked by certain people. You know, he's being mocked. I mean, they are right.
People think he's not serious. He's just trying to,
rightly so, because it's you'll be in a new opinion. I said it here the other day. So if I went back home and I was going to vote, I wouldn't vote for him. I have my reasons, but the other people will vote for them. People have already started saying they vote for him and all that. Let's see how that manifests in
real
because
votes.
you see. It was the same thing we did with Dr. Parker Sidium when he left the CPP.
It's also per this year.
Listen, when me who say our voters back up, some of us are so gullible in some way, was in 2008.
Yeah.
I then just moved to join multimedia, that's Joy FM, and I had to follow Dr. Parker Syndrome across the country doing campaigns and all that. I followed him out to the election day and then even after. Yeah, could be a dumb. And so you bomb results in you in a this hey you know so
would you cap yeah solisa
me majuma one of that what tigu nenuma I won't come and ask you, but I'm just saying that when who don't pin say they do it, and so Danny bedroom no na obi an we nyanya say they did the same thing to Kennedy Japan. They've done it to a couple of politicians around. So Shatta shouldn't make it. My man, it's me and they say, or this guy, charisma, any kasade, better than be Ghana for another, or this guy, you better down on. No your papa and see who votes and man be them. We have discerning Ghanaians back there, and they can crucify you online. Seriously, online.
Yeah,
I'm off one word in your online. No, sir. At the pair of deal my money. No, yeah, this man. I'm not say, yeah, you know. So it's all, as I said, boils down to the D-Day. And towards the D-Day, what are we going to be doing to educate the people that you don't have to be follow money, follow the talk, follow people that you probably know and believe will make your dreams come true. And what is it? Economic freedom. Right. It's not like there's no economic freedom in Ghana, but the restrictions and the turnarounds are just too much.
Right. Afro 614. DC Tender says we are still paying COVID tax at the ports. Data is expensive in Ghana. I'm not sure if the government gets some kickbacks because data is really expensive in Ghana. That's what DC Tender is saying. There are two Peters watching us. Peter Bats and Peter Powell. Yes. Wherever you are, good evening to you. Thanks so much for doing the watching and doing the listening. This is Afro 614. We are based in Columbus, Ohio, and transmitting live from Facebook and TuneIn Radio across the world. So we are in Afghanistan, London, Ghana, Nigeria, Nairobi, wherever you are listening to us from. Thank you so much. Yes, you can keep on sending your comments. Mom's Essential says, I'm here. Yes, if you want the best perfumes in your house, like if you want to purify your house with Mom's Essential, yes, get Mom's Essential. Go to his Facebook or her Facebook wall and order some Mom's Essential, and trust me, you're going to like it. I have one in my car and it's doing magic for me. Will be a better time will be able to say, hey, now then I'll kind of move him. Yes, it's because of Mom's Essential. Get yours right now. We are doing up say and kana a wolf your honor say a pampine a wolf your honey qua. That's Mom's Essential can do the magic for you. Kwabna Ajimai Boating KBZ, your producer, and so share Daniel Kwabna, your boy Enchi. Danny Kwabna, your boy Enchi is also watching us. Yes, Danny, Bibi Aboko, MP4, oh yeah, dear. Yes. So there is a big news. Yeah, be catch them on me Joe Boy ne the Afro family. You know, you per se you can be big as a show. Joe Boy,
I see Kiki.
Bibi Aboko.
I'm Yadomoko, Minu and Aoi.
Yeah, Bibi Aboko. And then Mamu say Afro 614 Mumu social no ma be a Facebook war. Awards been as if for their neighbor.
My team for you, there will be Biase. I think we've done this project behind the scene for over 2 years. I think both of us have. This has been one of our dreams. Yeah, you know, it's not an easy thing, but I think finally, yeah, we've been able to unveil the and the journey is not easy. Right. You know, we started from somewhere. And Namiada Roma, Yatima be Drew baby.
Okay.
I say you Drew now.
So I can see Ohio African Community Excellence Award 2024 on the screens right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it about?
So basically, this is for African. This is for African community.
Okay.
So not just Ghanaians because we are Ghanaian-based radio or something. This is for our African community
Right.
in Ohio, not only Columbus, in Ohio.
Okay.
So you could be in Cincinnati, Akron, or somewhere. We want to honor the people, our own people, our community leaders, our individuals, health care workers, African stores, transportation, anything,
and even not just that. Africans, people who are helping the African community. Yes.
Helping the African community to grow.
Right.
Because we are one people.
Right.
We all came from somewhere and we're being in the United States to struggle to get money back home.
Right.
But there are people who have taken the community onto their own hands, helping, supporting, volunteering.
I know a doctor who is doing a very good work for not just the African community, but everybody here. But a lot of people also talk about, within the community, talk about him. That, this man, when you go to him, he serves you very well. He treats you well. He's a doctor, a Ghanaian doctor. But I know a police officer who is from another country like Liberia, who is a police officer here, who treats, people with deep extra care when he finds out that you are even an African.
Yeah.
Like, those are the people, like, affecting lives of people within the community.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we want to honor them.
Okay.
It's about time we have to honor these people. Let them feel proud of what they've been doing. Motivate them. So others are almost baby sitting somewhere can also feel, say, I can do much better too.
Right.
I can do the same. And that is what we're bringing out here in Columbus.
Some religious leaders
Everything.
who are making
impact. Majority, some people don't even take collection.
So for your walk out road is
Yeah.
if I say
Car.
every
Oh yes. Abrakwa, software Abrakwa. Yes.
What dedicating the whole the life to share to the people who need every holiday or chenoma.
Yes.
And even in the crowd, you get something from his church.
Yeah.
Yes.
DC Tendamo, people who have African market, how they treat the African community.
Yes.
When you go to DC Tender, the African store, it's not Ghanaian African store.
Okay.
It's general African.
Okay.
So
all
Somalians,
nations.
all nations.
Yes.
Everybody goes there. And we want to encourage and promote these people.
Right.
You go to the Sierra Leone community, they have big people who are helping a lot of
people.
Community Sierra Leoneans. They just came back here.
At
They
the end
don't
of Ohio,
even have
but
a place to
Obiti
sleep.
said somebody like, we interviewed this guy called Choco.
Choco Millionaire.
That guy says a man award.
Yeah.
He's a Ghanaian, isn't he?
Yes, he's a Ghanaian. I say,
Yeah.
because the kind of people are born to come to the US, to come to Canada to further their education.
Education in Canada. Yes,
Those are the
that's a
people
huge-
we are talking about.
Yeah.
They don't just think about themselves.
No,
There is
no.
this guy called Frederick. Most of the people that comes to school around Ohio and even the US in the whole, the guy is helping them.
Yeah.
We call him Frederick's Effect. He's based here in somewhere. I think it's called Kentucky, but he was based here in Ohio for some time and other thing. He's a very young guy, but I've experienced him before because I know people are watching the way. It's not all Joe Musco.
Yeah.
Or say, do this.
Do this.
You will get the
Yeah.
school here. And these are the people we want to,
These are the people we want to recognize.
Yeah.
Let them feel proud to be part of the community.
Right.
Daniel.
They are helping people and somebody see what no.
No, majority of them don't.
They are
even
solving
sleep.
marital
Yes.
issues. They are solving issues are between families.
Yeah.
And those are the people who are fertilized in so many ways.
Yes.
Gawari bebregu and chesabusu bebre akeka no ma boma japade bebre asai, and because of nananom ebimo we say yehu omo a or more bibi aboa the community with and it's not just limited to Ghanaians.
No, and that is what I want to express on.
Yes.
Our communicating director, Saros. Say something, boss.
Communication.
No, I think you've given out the outline already.
Yeah.
The basic fact is that it's primarily focused on Africans who are doing something good, making impactful moves on society, and also who are being selfless. Right. Okay, as Mickey yourself, you said, it's not those that are doing it for their own interest, but these are people who are they are being benevolent, and so they need to be recognized. And also, when they are recognized, I'm sure others will also be encouraged to do more, because there are people that are doing also very good things, but we are not even aware of them. Yes, this award scheme or this concept would also try and encourage others to come out. Okay, so and then the collaboration with the event people too is a good thing, because it tells you that people are buying into what we are coming to do. Right. And then we some would think that it's just 6 months away, but it's not too far away.
So we need there's a lot of work to be done. Yes,
I'm sure very soon we'll come out with the criteria of how people can do the selection or the categories, and also how we can engage the public in trying to secure nominations for people that will come out. Are we going to nominate and vote? Or, I mean, all those procedures will come in for people to know exactly how to engage, because we can't sit in our small corner and just name people. The community must be involved. Right.
Right. So DC Tender says, great idea. Kudos, guys. Yes, these are the people. We need help. We need people to, sponsor this. We need people to, help us do this. It's not just going to be Afro 614 doing this. We need the community to back this thing. It's sometimes, people are doing a lot of things, but when they don't see people giving them the attention, telling them you are doing something, a good thing, sometimes they move away from it. That people don't even appreciate it. But maybe a lot of people, let's talk about a Ghana picnic. It's been there for over 20 years.
Yes, and
so the organizers of this picnic should be recommended and awarded for something that they've been doing.
So what it means is that we are not just looking at individuals.
No, not just individuals, businesses, individuals, groups, organizations
who are making impacts.
Churches, all those kind of stuff.
So the categories will also be spelled out.
There is this, making research about these things, I found out that there is this guys who have come together and they go into the prisons, go and find the young kids, not just Africans, not that, but any, and then they try to help them get them released and train them to become construction workers. And there are these people there. They go into the prisons. So if you have an organization like that who is helping impact the young, other people, here jail is like something common. If you go to work and you don't see one guy for 3 days, the next day is, I was in jail. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
And the good news about this event now is the city of Columbus, the mayor, everybody is on board.
Oh, they bought into it.
Yes, they bought into it. They already, they got the letter. They are happy about it.
Yes.
And we're happy to see them during that day.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody, so we're throwing it out there.
Now you can start. We have people in our minds, but you can also nominate people. If you are listening to us right now and you want to nominate anybody within the Ohio community, and if you even know that he's doing something outside,
nominate yourself. If you feel like you're doing
we will
a great
go through
job,
the list and find out.
Nominate yourself. We communicate. Text, call me. You guys have my number. Go on my social media. Text me. Text Cyrus. Text Kiki. The whole team. From tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you might see on our page on Facebook. We actually have a page. It will be active tomorrow, and from there, we want people to get involved. This is going to be a free event. I just want to throw it out there, Kiki. It's going to be a free event.
We are going to invite people to come.
We're going to invite,
it's going to be by invitation.
Special invite. People is going to get a special invitation to come in. We need a maximum people to be in there. So it's not going to be like a whole public is going to be invited, but it's going
as
to be,
time goes on,
yes,
we will know how the crowd is going to be.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to work on the
We
crowd, how
have-
many people we can take, and other things.
we have big people coming from Ghana.
Other, yes.
We actually have people from Ghana. We have one
Some
or
performances
two
coming in.
performances,
Yeah.
musicians that are going to perform.
Yeah.
So this is going to be huge.
It's the first edition and
this
the
is
first of
first
its kind.
edition. So
and it's going to be an annual thing.
Yes, we
every
want
year
it
we're
to
going to
stay.
do this thing in
this
Ohio.
is going to
Yes.
stay, and we want to recognize every single person: Somalians, Nigerians, Sierra Leoneans, Congolese. If you know anybody within our African community, please let us know. We are willing to work with them, do the background investigation to make sure these people are doing what they're supposed to do
Right.
to help the community,
Right.
and we will acknowledge them.
Right.
The plug is very nice.
Yes, it's
Saros,
beautiful.
the plug is very nice.
It's beautiful.
We took time to look into that, and it was very nice and very expensive.
And it's
we're also
also-
looking for a main headline sponsor.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if you want to headline the show, the event, we are willing to work with you. We are willing to work with you to make sure your product or whatever you do is being sold out there. So just think about it. The number of community is not just going to be Ghanaians. It's going to be everybody. DC Tender say, I think the community will need more education on this, and I will suggest you from the former
not
community,
including
not including
Kiki.
Kiki, because he's already made up his mind. Sorry.
I have people in mind, but
Yeah.
it's we are not just awarding like 10 people.
Oh, yes.
No,
This is
it's,
so-
it's about a lot of people. We
have-
don't want to
so
put a
DC
number there.
is going to be
Yes.
about 40, 50
Yes,
awards.
awards. So
we
it's-
have
it's not
about
just gonna
50 plaques to be
Given out.
given out.
Yes.
So it's not just limited.
Yes.
And like I said, hopefully by tomorrow,
Danisu can be built.
yes, Danny says it's a great initiative. It's a dang, bro. Hey, but Danny so come bro fool. Panic here to motivate others to do more. Yes, that is true. So we want to do that, and that is our goal. And we are not doing this alone. Like I said, we're doing it with the mayor of Columbus. They are in support with what we're doing. We have a committee we're looking into, and there's going to be the voting and all those kind of stuff.
So
within
at
the
some
community.
point, we will bring out nominations,
Yes.
people that we've nominated, and maybe we will talk about them a little bit
Yes.
and let you
Every
know
day
what
during
they are
our
doing.
shows, we're gonna-
yes.
yes, we're
So
gonna-
it's going to be an interesting time from now to when we get the events on. And trust me, like Afro 614, when we say we want to do something, we actually do our best and bring something people like. You know, when we started this, people thought we were just one of these radio stations that's coming up, but now they've seen that it's more than a radio. It's a family now.
If they will throw shit.
What you say? It's a family now. So Tender says I'm just messing with you all. Yes, Tender, I know. So we need sponsors. So Tender, I have a sponsor here.
Yeah,
Now
headline
you hear
sponsors. Yeah.
sponsors too. You know,
Headline
get these
sponsor,
things going on.
yes, we're
And
going to put their name. So anybody who's going to sponsor will get.
one thing we are forgetting
Uh-huh.
is in collaboration with
Wait, yes, King's Hall.
King's Hall.
Yes, so this is in collaboration with King's Hall.
Yes.
Which is Fabio.
Yes.
So it just to let you guys know, we need sponsors. There's going to be the banner. Our Afro banner or the Ohio community banner is going to have all our sponsors on there.
Yeah.
I mean, today we had somebody call from Ghana who want to sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just going to be
Just
sponsors
within-
from America.
yes.
We believe
Who
this
want to
is
associate themselves with
and
that.
the fact that a lot of people are talking about this, I think we're going to go for Akiki.
Right,
I
right.
think we have a strong team and we're going to make people happy. So thank you guys. We'll share more.
MC
information
Kiki
on
and
it.
Joe Boy, we trust you guys to do an excellent event. Thank you so much, Danny, for trusting in us always. Yes, we are here to help the community gain its grounds and move on to the next level. Saros, it's time. It's over 6 minutes or one
Yeah, I
time.
think that
Yes,
we've
yes.
had quite an exciting conversation today
Right.
on all the issues that were discussed. It's quite cold out there. I can't wait to go back.
Yes. Joe Boy, last words.
I mean, I think I shared my last words already, so
Okay.
we can move on. Oh, happy birthday to my goddaughter.
Okay.
A good day proper.
A good day. Now one for now to her.
Yeah,
a good day picture.
A good day picture. Yeah.
My too happy birthday, man.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Now more judge voice, you know. Happy birthday to a good day. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you now. May God bless you now. May God bless you a good day. May God bless you now. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. And also to one of the ladies that you sent.
Oh, yes. Also, today was a birthday for the secretary for
Diamond Club.
And
Diamond Club,
Mommy
yes.
Day. Mommy Day. Happy birthday to you, Mommy Day. I know you're enjoying your birthday. You've been such a great person to the African community.
Right.
Diamond Club and the rest of the guys says happy birthday to you.
So on 20th of January, that's coming Saturday, right?
Yeah.
We are all going to the Colony Banquet Hall. The address is 1055 Colony Drive, Westerville, Ohio, 43081. And it's the Diamonds Club of Columbus annual cocktail party is coming on next Saturday. Joe, Bishia Chairman say, Kiki nani whineba, Kamiya you were from the gay biako. Kakrebi.
So say into a mile for almost the 4 tickets in a mile and 2.
Say no
4.
SA4.
Who did 2 media?
Until who the gay bakwana. So no yere.
And he said 2.
Okay.
Yes, and may was special 2 so.
Also I was special too.
Yes.
Okay. And the whole I don't know what way. So we are all gathering, but it's truly by invitation. If you don't have an invite, you have to contact Diamond Club right now and get your invite. Yes, it's really by invitation. So don't come there without invitation, please. Call the chairman or the secretary and get your invite right now. Diamond Club of Columbus annual cocktail party, January 20th, 2024. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. This time, almost time, they are going to be on time. 6 p.m. normal schedule. I say, so Oba Hose 10 now. Oba Bana ya di party na jaw. Na ya we party ni kra. So the address is 1055 Colony Drive, Westerville, Ohio 43081. Truly by invitation. If you have an invitation, we will meet there. Myself, Joe Boy, and the entire team, we are meeting you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It's been a great show. It's been fun having you right here on Afro 614. It's Wednesday. DJ Jingo comes your way with Afro Drive. I will be here on Friday to bring you nothing but the best as always. Yes, I'm proud of you guys. Nana Kuya Techua says, yes, nice show. Mom's is essential. Yes. One more time. At the end of one more time now. Or say it. Voice is way there. Achipao. Voice is not more voice here, Saro. Charlie voice ready. I mean, my voice trading in our pay. Now, so I'll catch you on Friday. DJ Jingo comes here on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Follow Afro 614 page and support Ohio African Community Excellence Award 2024. It's going to be big. It's going to be great. You need to be part of this. My name is MC Kiki. I was here with Cyrus and Joe Boy. Catch you on Friday.